Hey guys, it's cheap, super cheap condo that's opening up in the north of Singapore. The price is so affordable, but is it really going to be something that is worth your investment into Canberra Crescent Residences? No, today we're going to take a look at this development and understand a little bit more. We want to see whether this is the right price, the right place, and possible for you to gain an advantage because you choose this location. So come along with me, let's explore this and see whether it is worth your time, your investment, as well as your resources into this location. So Canberra Crescent Residences is located in District 27. It's developed by Keng Leong Company, Low Keng Huat as well. The land is actually a 99-year leasehold land that's located near Sembawang. It has proximity to nature and heritage. The site sits along the Northern Explorer Loop of park connectors and overlooks the iconic colonial black and white houses. It's also located near Bukit Canberra, an integrated sports and community hub that has been completed very recently, as well as near successful project locations such as the Commodore and the Water Gardens, which have both sold out, and it's a good sign in terms of demand. In terms of location wise, we have the recent URA Master Plan 2025 that has been released. One of the areas that will be developed is this portion called the Sembawang Shipyard Redevelopment. It will eventually be developed for the nearby waterfront into mixed-use lifestyle precinct, bringing seafront parks, housing and commercial spaces, and the Johor Bahru RTS link at Woodlands North, which will boost connectivity and upside in the future. So in short, location-wise, it's going to be a tranquil location with a lot of potential for growth. Going through the site plan and the unit types, this development is going to consist of 4 towers of 12 stories each, with a total of 376 units, with impressively almost 75% of the land size is going to be allocated to facilities and recreation, giving it its resort-like ambience. At the heart of Canberra Crescent Residence is going to be a full-fledged private clubhouse with elegant function rooms, entertainment rooms, and co-working spaces. 50-meter lap pool, family pool with kids water slide, an outdoor gym, barbecue pavilions, cabanas, a campus hut for glamping vibes, and a theme garden like Floating Meadow and Blossom Garden. To top it off, it will have a 100-meter sky garden spanning 2 blocks, featuring spa pools, yoga decks, gourmet dining pavilions, and sunset lounge. It would really offer panoramic views of the areas such as the greenery and the heritage houses located nearby. So looking at the comprehensive list of facilities, it is really quite impressive. Okay, moving along to the unit mix, we have one bedroom. We have one bedroom at 409 square feet with only 3 units. I'm not sure why there are 3 units, such small units in this location, but nonetheless, it has been done. There will be 2-bed compact, which is at a size of 570 square feet with 23 units. We have the 2-bed premium, 667 square feet with 68 units. And this 600 square feet 2-bedder units are suitable for smaller families or for those that are maybe looking to right size their retirees. We have the 3-bedroom compact, which is sizes 779 to 883 square feet with 141 units in total. 3-bedroom premium at 990 square feet, 57 units. So the 3 bedrooms form the bulk of the project, over 50% of the units, which is clearly targeting at family upgraders. 4-bedroom compact, 1,163 square feet to 1,173, which will have 36 units. 4-bedroom standard, 1,216 square feet, 36 units, and 4-bedroom premium, 1,324 square feet with 12 units. Of course, these larger units are ideal for the bigger families that really need more space. For Canberra Crescent Residences, all of the units are actually built with flexibility in mind. There are selected units with removable walls. For example, for your study area, you're able to collapse the wall and make your bedroom bigger, or your living room to have a larger size. Interesting to note, you actually have the premium 2-bedder with the balcony and the allocated washer-dryer location. What this means is that you're able to free up area inside your kitchen or your yard to use it outside for the washer-dryer. That's not too shabby actually, it's quite good. For the 3-bedder and the 4-bedder units, we do have both wet and dry kitchen available. So I think in terms of the design, it is quite well spaced out and well designed. And notably for the architecture, even though we do have 4 blocks, but all the blocks are actually north-south facing. Even given the layout of the land, they have thoughtfully put in mind for the blocks north-south facing. No props to the developer as well. For all the 4 blocks, actually the direction facing is quite good. None of the blocks are facing each other. So it's either facing northward towards the landed area as well as the colonial black and white buildings, or the southwards whereby you're able to see the pool view. So both actually are good. There isn't a negative in this aspect. So right now we're going to take a look at the pricing. For the pricing analysis, which is the main portion of this project, for Canberra Crescent Residences, the pricing is the big one. Look at that. For 1-bedder, the starting price is starting from $880,000. 2-bedders is starting from 1.1 million. For 3-bedders starting at 1.53 million, and for the 4-bedders is starting for 2.2 million. This is unheard of in Singapore. We are talking about new private condo prices that is equivalent to your EC prices. So you don't have to go into the EC to wait for the extra 5 years of MOP because it's an EC. Here you have the opportunity to go into a private condominium, private estate at EC prices. Look at this. For the PSF, it is going all the way down to almost 1,880 for the 4-bedroom. 1,880 PSF for the 4-bedroom is incredible. So how does this compare in terms of pricing with other projects? Now let's see. This is North Gaia EC, an executive condo nearby in Yishun that was launched in 2022. It had an average launch price of 1,300 PSF. So ECs are subsidized private housing. It's kind of a hybrid, right? When they tend to be on the cheaper side. So North Gaia's units range from 1.2 million to almost 2 million in terms of the price range, and an average of 1,300 PSF. In contrast, for Lentor Hills Residences, a private condo that was launched in 2023 near Lentor MRT, you would see the average prices for the Lentor area is actually minimally from about 2,100 PSF and above. Lentor Hills is closer to Ang Mo Kio, so that's why in terms of pricing, it would command a better premium. So in terms of the pricing wise for Canberra Crescent Residences, the pricing is below. I mean, we're not talking about the 1-bedder, but if you talk about the other bedders, from the 2 to the 4-bedders, the pricing PSF is below 2,000. One of the reasons why is that for the land, it was bought at an astounding PSF. Just to put things into context, the price of the land that was bought by the developer in July last year, it was going at 793 PSF per plot ratio. This price level is almost the same as an EC land plot. In terms of a price range and entry price for this project, the developer is able to price it well because the land was bought at a really cheap price. And also, the current prices around the area, for example, the Water Gardens at Canberra, prices for the units there for the latest has already reached a price of 1,700 PSF for a unit size of 646 square feet. So you just need to pay a little bit more for a brand new unit in this area. So I would say, price-wise, if you're looking for affordable condo in the north that's not too far away with additional facilities around, very nicely developed, built up areas around you that it's quite good. MRT that's nearby, this is a steal, absolute steal. So for HDB upgraders, this location you'll be thinking about is, are there schools nearby? So for primary schools within 1 km, we do have 2 and 1 potentially coming out. One is Wellington Primary School, the other one will be Sembawang Primary School, and in 2029 it will have Townsville Primary School as well. With schools within 2 km, you actually have 6 up to 7 possibly, right? Chongfu School, Endeavour Primary School, Ahmad Ibrahim Primary School, Canberra Primary School, Singshan Primary School, and Yishun Primary School. Of course, it's subjected to the final layout of the one map for direction, you do have many primary school options here. So for the HDB upgraders, actually this location is absolutely fantastic. So the next one would be for first-time home buyers that are actually priced out from the HDB BTOs and they are also not eligible for the ECs as well, then this would be a very viable option. Because if you take a look at the PSF pricing which I have shared earlier, it's actually not so far from the EC PSF that's being sold around that. So if you're able to pay a little bit more, you have something that you're able to get new, and it's straight away going into the private market as well. And in the other consideration, if a first-time home buyer is buying into the EC, you do have the 5-year MOP for the ECs because it's still part of the HDB subsidized program for housing. But if you go into the private market, the minimum MOP period, or in other words, the SSD period that you need to take and consider is only for 4 years. So it's a big difference down there. And of course, for EC versus the private market, the amount of down payment that you need to come up with as well as the consideration for mortgage is quite different. For ECs, it will be a 30% MSR that will be applied to your consideration when it comes to loan. But for the private market, it's using the 55% TDSR in terms of evaluation. That percentage difference is huge. It's a lot of money when you're considering someone that's trying to go into the private market for the first time. So what I like about this Canberra Crescent Residences, the location, actually it's not so bad after all, right? Although maybe a couple of years ago, nobody knew what Canberra was, where Canberra is, don't even understand that there is a Canberra MRT that came out. But actually, for this location, the amenities are quite okay. For example, within 5 minutes, you have supermarket and local eateries. Within 5 minutes of a bicycle ride, you're able to reach a Canberra MRT and Canberra Plaza. No, you have 2 minutes walk to the nearest bus stop and side gate. Within 1 MRT station, you're able to reach North Point City. If you're driving, 5 minutes to Sembawang Shopping Centre, 6 minutes to Sun Plaza. If you're driving to North Point City, within 10 minutes, you're able to reach. For Bukit Canberra, right, you do have the sports facilities, the community hub facilities available that is brand new, open up very recently. You also have Bukit Canberra Hawker Centre, open nearby, featuring more than 40 hawker stalls in a large park setting. And not too far along the way, you also have Chompang Market if you're looking for supper as well. And for the nature lovers in this location, you do have all the parks available in the Sembawang area. For example, you have your Montreal Green, Jalan Sendudok Park, right? You have Sembawang Park. You also have nearby Sembawang Hot Spring. So we want to explore a little bit in terms of the future developments in this area. The URA master plan, we would have the Woodlands Regional Centre that will be opening up in the future, right? We also would have the Sembawang Shipyard redevelopment area that I have shared. A couple of areas, Woodlands Regional Centre, also nearby would be the Seletar Aerospace Park, would also consist of a lot of jobs creation in those areas. So for potential people that are staying for work, staying in terms of rental demand would also be strong. So just one thing to note for the downside in this area is price growth in the Sembawang area is not that strong. It tends to go on a little bit slower as compared to other regions. But considering that there are a lot more future developments that are coming nearby, with this good entry price of Canberra Crescent Residences, some of the risk is actually mitigated. If the prices are actually way higher, then I would suggest that a bit of caution will be put in place in terms of consideration for the units in this project. But because the pricing has been so affordable, reasonably priced, because the land was bought at an exceptionally low rate, it would still be good for a couple of groups down here. One, in terms of your family upgraders, they are looking for affordable opportunity to enter into the private market. Two, those that are first-time buyers whereby they are outpriced in terms of the limit cap for ECs at 16,000, then this is a viable option for you. Number three, for those that are looking to right size, perhaps to retire and find something that has exceptional facilities yet with a good entry price, then this is something for you. And finally, for number four, in terms of investment wise, the investment window probably would be for those that are looking at a larger window and timeline. Not so much in terms of the short run, but actually into the mid to long run, there will be upsides that are put in place. If you enjoy this video that I've shared down here, I also have other review videos, condos that are coming up or already been launched. Please check them out, and I'm sure that you'll be blessed by watching them and learning a little bit more. So thank you so much.